Well, hello everybody. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Pelo and welcome. If this is your first time here, welcome. Very happy to see you here. Please remember to like, to subscribe, to share these videos with your friends and your family. Thought I should do a little devotion with you. So the other day I was very upset with Pelo, and Pelo's my daughter, right? She's soon to be 1 year old. I was so mad at her. I was so mad at myself too, because I didn't handle that situation with a lot of grace. I'm not proud of it, and I felt very guilty about it. But then these two verses came to my mind, and I had this instant conviction, and I really thought I should share it with you guys, and it will probably also encourage you and get you to have the pride that you need to have in God, to have the confidence rather to have in God. So the two verses that came to my mind, firstly, it's Psalm chapter 139, verse 13 and 14. Verse 13 says, "For thou hast possessed my reins, for thou hast covered me in my mother's womb." 14 comes in and says, "I will praise thee, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Marvelous are thy works, and that my soul knoweth right well." I'm also going to read Jeremiah. These are very famous verses that everybody knows off by heart, but I wanted to read them for context, right? Verse 4, Jeremiah chapter 1 verse 4 says, "Then the word of the Lord came to me, saying, Before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee, and before thou camest forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee, and I ordained thee a prophet unto the nations." And then the Bible tells us how Jeremiah said to the Lord that, "No, I'm still a child, I'm still a kid." And the Lord was like, "No, don't say that about yourself. I'm going to send you out, and I'm going to bless your words, I'm going to bless your mouth." And he blessed him and all of that, right? So this conviction came to my mind that when I was knitted in my mother's womb, God already, before I was born, God already gave me the strength then to have the child that I have now, or to deal with the things that I need to deal with regards to my child now. Here's the 4 things that God did for me. When he created me, when he knitted me together in my mother's womb, he already knew that I would carry and deliver a child that is so difficult, and if I were to go with my own strength, that I wouldn't have been able to do it, right? So he decided to give me the strength back then. He knew that I would complain every single day about the difficulty that it is to raise this child, right? And he already granted me grace then. He equipped me to be able to care for this child every single day. And he equipped me He equipped me with the people, the resources, the people around me, my support system, my family, her dad, my friends, everybody who's directly involved in helping raise this child, right? And then he also enabled me to make good decisions for this child. I am able to make good decisions, not just for me, but for her too. And God knew that I would have, or I would need, complete dependence on him to make those decisions in the first place. And then it was a vote of confidence. It was a vote of confidence in me, and God knew my abilities. So it wasn't a vote of condemnation. It wasn't a vote of condemnation. It was a vote of confidence, knowing what he has already planted in me, knowing what he has already done in me, or knowing the process that he was doing for all 20, how old am I? 28 years before I got this child in the first place. So I'm here to encourage anybody facing whatever it is. For me right now, it's motherhood. Whatever is putting doubt, complaints, and everything, worry, frustration in your mind, in your head, know that God has already made provision for it. Don't doubt God's providence for your life in this season that you are in. Don't doubt don't doubt that God already knew at the time that you were born that you would face this that you are facing now, and he already gave you grace for all the mishaps, for all the complaints, for all the missteps that you would take to get to the destination. God is not intimidated by your mistakes. God is not intimidated by your complaints. God is not intimidated by anything negative that you have to say about your immediate situation. God knows. God knew, and he knows exactly what you need for the future, for the now and for the future. Trust in God. God. It's all about him and not you. I always say that this child is not mine. She is the Lord's. I really hope that this short little devotion encouraged you. Please remember to pray that God blesses you, God keeps you, God guides you in all your ways. Mwah.